Thank you all for tuning into Big Mama Story Time. Story Time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment to my page. Here we go. Hi guys, thank you all for tuning in to Big Mama Story Time on today. Today I will be reading to you Millie and Cat Find a Friend by F. Sibley. This is a new author and she is requesting for a review with this book. So I'm just going to get into it and be nice to leave a review or a comment about the book in the comments box. All right, let's get into this. Millie and Cat sat by the window watching Mr. Spindles, the spider, crawling back and forth across his web. He was a funny creature. 8 legs and a round little body. Tiny threads of silk spun into lace. The web was beautiful. Spiders are very clever. She remembered learning about spiders at school. Did you know, Miss Powell had said excitingly to the class, spiders have teensy tiny hairs on the bottom of their feet that help them stick to ceilings and walls. That was very cool. Millie wished she could walk on walls. Imagine the fun. You know, y'all, that's like Spider-Man. I guess those are hairs. It did look like hairs, a little knife things that was coming out of his fingertips, but it reminds me of Spider-Man with that. All right, let's keep going. Mr. Spindles finished his web and crawled into the top corner of the window. Here though, Mr. Spindles, and he weaved a nice web, y'all. Nice illustration. Millie looked outside. It was a cold, blowy sort of day. The dancing leaves looked like shooting stars, and the trampoline an unexplored planet. That's when she had an idea. Running into the playroom, she fished out an old cardboard box. She cut a hole in the top and pulled out the crayons, a space helmet. Then she snuck into the kitchen to get some tinfoil to stick onto her spacesuit. Pulling on her shoes, Millie flung the back door open, running into the windy garden, floating through the galaxies. She reached the unexplored planet and bounced on its surface, waving down to Earth. I'll call this planet Boing. She giggled. She searched for aliens, but there were none to be found. It was lonely on a planet all by herself. Oh, it's okay. Oh, look at them. Oh, she ain't by herself, really. She got a little cat right there. And look, her with her little helmet on. Both of them got a helmet. It was time to start the long journey home through billions of stars, passing Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, waving at Venus and Mercury on the other side by the sun. Oh no, cried Space Captain Millie. The controls are out. We're going to crash land. Shazoom! Poof! She landed on Earth in a jungle, and so abandoning her space gear, she became an explorer. She battled through thick leaves and branches, vines, moss, palm trees, and Brazil nut trees. But wait! What was that? She heard a rustle, a movement up ahead, a deep, menacing growl. Ah! Screamed Millie as the tiger jumped out at her. But it wasn't a tiger, silly cat, she sighed. It was scary in the jungle by herself. Okay. She got a good imagination. Clambering her way out of the jungle, she found herself in the palace grounds. But she wasn't scared. It was her palace. She was the princess. No, the queen. Come on, Cat. We've got to get ready for the ball. Pulling off her shoes, she ran through the house and up the stairs to her royal bed chamber. The furniture was made of gold that sparkled in the light from the chandelier. Dresses upon dresses upon dresses. Blue ones, pink ones, lace ones, and velvet ones. One for a ball, one for a dinner, some for daytime, and some for nighttime. Millie chose a beautiful green one with a crown to match. "Welcome to the ball," she announced. After all, her guests had arrived. They sat down to a banquet, but Millie soon realized her guests weren't very good at conversation. It was boring at a ball by herself. "Oh, it's okay. You ain't by yourself. You is all right." Millie plodded downstairs in search of a snack. Standing on the stairs, she spotted the biscuit tin high up on the kitchen shelf. "Biscuit," written in capital letters on its china surface. The kitchen was a ship, a posh sailing vessel carrying cargo from foreign countries. It sailed the 7 seas, riding on the waves. She was a pirate, ready for attack, sights set on stealing this treasure. She slid down the mast and onto the deck, sneaking cautiously into the kitchen, on the lookout for the ship's crew. There was no one in the crow's nest and no one on the deck. There was no one in the captain's cabin or standing by the figurehead. Look at them with their patches on their eyes. She got a little hook for her hand, huh? Okay. So Millie the pirate climbed the rigging to retrieve the treasure chest from its secret shelf. Then she clambered back down the rigging, ran across the deck, and jumped off the plank. She swam in the salty sea to shore, sat down on the sand, and opened up the treasure chest. Millie munched on a biscuit. She looked around to see if the ship's crew was chasing after her, but there was no one there. Cat climbed up the stairs and sat down next to her. "That ship must have been abandoned," she told Cat, stroking his ears. "It was no fun being a pirate with nobody to chase you." Millie sat and thought. She could be a police officer searching for criminals, but she couldn't find any. She could be a doctor, saving people's lives and performing difficult operations, but she wouldn't have any patients to save. She could be a shopkeeper selling all the best fruits and vegetables, but no one would be there to buy anything. She could be a ballerina, an actress, a singer, but there wouldn't be anyone to watch her shows. She could be a plumber. I know that's right. She could be anything she want to be, y'all. An engineer, a lawyer. You could be anything y'all want to be. A firefighter, a painter. Yes, look at her putting that water out with the holes and everything. She got her cat right there with her. An architect, but there was nobody to play with. Millie sighed, wiping the biscuit crumbs from around her mouth. "Come on, Cat. Let's go and find a friend. There must be someone we can play with." They went upstairs and down the hall. Okay, let's see who you can find, girl. In the bathroom, the bath toys were fast asleep in their box. Her duck didn't want to play. In her bedroom, the tiny bears were busy having a tea party, and the dogs were still asleep in their bed. They is looking fast asleep, ain't they? Downstairs again, with a hop, 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 went Millie and Cat. Mr. Spindles was busy waiting in his web. The fish was busy too, swimming round and round in his tank, darting in and out of his little archway. Mom was busy in the study on an important phone call. Shh. Tiptoe out the door. Baby was busy eating and Dad was busy cleaning. Millie didn't want to help. She walking right past everybody. Look at Baby. smiling. Cat followed her into the garden. A slug, a snail, a worm, a beetle. Millie and Cat stopped to watch them crawl and wiggle. In the mud, they looked very busy. A butterfly flew and fluttered in the wind, and a bird up above flapped his feathers, but neither of them had time to play. By the pond, they found a frog, a tadpole too. Oh, that's a tadpole. Okay. Didn't know that, y'all. Learning something new. A newt and a bug or two. But they couldn't leave the water to join her. There was no one in the bush and no one by the fence. No one in the shed and no one on the path. Millie and Cat went back inside and flopped on the sofa. I give up, Millie said sadly. Cat stared back at her, then climbed onto her lap and lay down, snuggling his fluffy face into her arm. She started to cry. Playing games was fun, even by herself, but now she felt sad and lonely, and she had no one to talk to about it. Oh, look at her. She's crying, y'all. Cat just slept on her lap. It is okay. Dad came downstairs after putting baby to bed and walked into the room. What's wrong, Millie? He asked, sitting down next to her. I've got no friends, she sulked. I'm all on my own and I've got no one to talk to. He wrapped an arm around her shoulders and pulled her in a hug. I'm here to talk to you. Baby's asleep now. She smiled then frowned. But who can I talk to when you're busy? What about Mom? He said gently, but Millie shook her head. Mom's too busy. Mom's busy too. What about Baby? He can't even talk yet. She sighed. Mom joined them from the study. All important work done for the day. What's wrong? I'm sad and I've got no one to talk to, Millie answered as Mom sank down into the seat next to her. Do you know there's someone who's always there for you? Said Mom. Who? Do you remember us talking about God? Millie nodded. Yeah, He made everything. He made me and the whole world. Yes, He did, y'all. That's right, Mom said, smiled. Well, God sent His Son Jesus to earth as a man. Do you remember why? So that He could die on the cross to save us? Yes, Jesus died and is alive again. Now we can be close to God. Jesus is there for you all the time. Jesus is your friend. When you're sad or lonely and when you need someone to talk to, you can talk to Him. He always listens. Millie thought for a while. How do I talk to Him? She asked. Mom smiled. Talking to Jesus is just like chatting. But He can hear you wherever you are. You can talk to Him in your head or out loud. You can tell Him how you are feeling and ask Him for what you need. He is always there to listen to you. Yes, He is, y'all. He really is. But what if Jesus is busy? Millie asked with a big sigh. Jesus is never too busy to listen to you, answered Mom. Millie smiled. Let's play a game, Dad said. Yeah, what game? Millie asked excitedly. Dad looked at Mom. Mom looked at Dad. They both looked at Millie. Tickle fight! All right, guys. At the end of the book, it also has little things. Who is Jesus and how can we walk to Him? A little information in the back. an adventure, join Millie's adventure, basically giving you all different types of books that we already mentioned in the book, and for you to go out and do like a scavenger hunt and find the book. So I feel like this would be good for you all to do in the meantime. It also gives you a pirate biscuit recipe, you know, so gives you a recipe in a bag. This is very informational, y'all. I like it. Millie's Magnificent Space Helmet. It helps you to learn to how to draw the space helmet so you can join in. It also gives you verses of the Bible. So I feel like this is a very good book. I really like it. It's very informational. Now, I did like the illustrations. This is just my review, y'all. It is my opinion. You all can have you all own opinion. I don't have no problem with that. And I doubt that the author do either, but give your honest opinion on it. But me personally, I love the book. I love the illustrations. I love the pictures. That's what the illustrations are, the pictures and all the drawing. And I love the story and everything. The only negative I would say that I have with the book, to me, now I'm not a child either, so this is for a kid, but to me it was a little bit confusing. I didn't expect the God at the end of the book, talking about God at the end of the book. It really took a little turn, which is actually not so much as a negative, because I actually see that as a whoa, you know, a surprise, you know, at the end. But it's a good surprise. It's not a bad surprise, not to me anyway. But let me all know what you think in the comments. This is a book review. And I will also, if you do like the book and you want to get the book, or you know, you are a parent and you want to get the book for your child, I will leave the description, the link to this book, to the author's book, in the description, so you can go and purchase it. It was $10.99. But it is a good book, and it has a nice amount of pages, and it's a good book, as you all can see. But that is my review. I hope you all do leave your reviews, your comments at the bottom of the video. Let the author know what you think. All right, guys, thank you all for tuning in to Big Mama Storytime. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my page. Also, guys, don't forget, if you have a suggestion of a book that you do want me to read, throw it out there. I will try my best to get the book so that I can read it on this channel. All right, guys, again, I thank you for your support. Bye.